Alright, so this video will be a charting for the week. See what we're gonna look like. See what I'm gonna do. If I see anything, I'm gonna just start top to bottom. A lot of these lines still seem relevant and fresh. It's not too much going on, except for what is this? It's in an uptrend. Definitely. Let me see something. I'm gonna see what happens with this. This doesn't look like because I mean it could continue down to this level and then break it, or it could range up. I don't. This isn't clear enough for me. At the end of the day, it's not really clear enough for me. And a lot of these are pretty much the same on how they look. Actually, Fed. Same thing. Not clear enough. This looks a little nicer. We'll see what happens with this. So they pretty much all look like this. This one looks a little better with the RSI below it. I will be waiting to see if it breaks this. Gold definitely looks really nice. In fact, there's too much going on. There's too much going on. mean, really, that's nice. That's a nice lineup. Go to the 4 hour. Let me see this again. See what happens with this. I wouldn't be surprised if when the market opens it gaps up or something. Let's do the same for this. Same thing. I wouldn't be surprised if this gaps up once the market opens. I wish I had caught this silver last week like I caught the gold. One thing I've been noticing too is like what I'll probably start doing is taking trades in pairs. So like, for instance, if I see the 500 at a good, most likely this and the futures will be on the same thing, or even the Russell and micro cap, then gold and silver. Copper is a little different. It doesn't really have a pair yet, but then I got Euro, British, and then like these, even Australia kind of follows that, and then Japan is its own thing. Okay, so yeah, those look the best setups right now, honestly. But those look these more so are to me would have been swing trade setups into the next week to ride the gap up, like I said. But you never know, market could gap down. But that looks like more than likely to be a gap up. This got whatever this is. Oh, I'm on the 15. For a second, I was about to say this got too much going on. It do really, honestly. Yeah, let's clear this. Oh, copper is finna go crazy. Hold on, let me show y'all what I see just by looking at this. So, let's see if I can draw from there. Okay, I can do that one. I could also do that was a breakout, basically. That triangle broke out of that triangle, retested the line, and broke out of that. And now it's gonna go. I could start making something, but I really don't have enough. Oh, you know what? Maybe if I go lower, I can kind of make some type of trajectory. Yeah. Let me go to this daily right quick again. I'm gonna get rid of some of this, honestly. I don't like too much going on my charts. So I can keep this for now. I can get rid of this, and I can keep that for now. Then what I'm gonna do is take a fib. Then come down here to the 4 hour and do a fib on this. Okay, so you might be wondering, like, why am I making it different than the lines that I did on the daily? Well, as I get closer on this, and even then I could technically move that to there. It's still about the same. I see that this is kind of like zones in here. So instead of me just drawing, instead of me drawing boxes on all of mines, which I might start doing just so people watching it can see it. To me, these are like zones. Because I see the price on the larger scale was here and here. But when I get closer, I see it's showing me a little more details, the areas where it's having issues, you know, here trying to get past that broke, and it kind of like halfway back down to but then it caught itself and came back up here, and then now it's trying to again break this, and I believe this. So like for me, I will wait for it to break this zone or this box that I just drew to keep going up, but if not, then maybe consolidate or continue back down here to gain enough strength to then have enough power to use this trend line as strength to continue up. So that's why sometimes you see me using the Fibonacci to create like basically gaps in between the higher time frame support and resistance lines that I draw, and then the smaller time frames. And like I say, even in there I can draw a box, but I'm not going to go down all that. So that's cool. So that's a nice one. What I got next? Okay, so I already have a higher trend line. Now this is a clean chart. I don't really have to erase anything on here. This is clean. So now this has basically been trading in the zone. Yeah, see, this is the zone. It's in between this red line and this blue line or purple line. It's been just in here. Boom, 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 boom. And even this line in here is really a zone, a tighter zone. I just didn't draw the box. Or it can be like this, really, and get rid of that if I wanted to. Then drag this out just in case. So I kind of made it like that, but basically it's been in this range. And you could trade range. That's not what I do right now. But if I was wanted to, maybe do like one-to-ones. One-to-ones is what if you see you in this range. I would wait for this to break out of either on the upside or to the downside. Most likely looking at the overall trend, it could range for a little bit before it breaks up and then gets rejected off the higher and then continues back down, but we'll wait to see what goes on. But the longer this ranges, the stronger the movement will be. So it is something to keep an eye on. Yes, this is rounding about, so I could see this maybe somewhere in the middle of the month. It's between now and 15th, I guess. Maybe having some better idea on what direction the market wants to go. Euro. I can get rid of some of these. It's not horrible. Even this is kind of in a range between these two yellows. It looks like it's forming a... Okay, so let me show you what I see. Even that, like, if I'm not trying to be picky, then I would try it like this. I guess it's not too many drawings on here, just look crazy. But I see a triangle forming, creating a wedge for the price, and the more the price gets squeezed, the stronger the movement will be whenever it shoots out of this. So down to the 4 hour. This may continue up. This has the potential to continue up. I don't really use this a lot, but let's see what this is looking like. This is the RSI. Not really too much help, really. Still uncertain, the same, pretty much what I can see on up here anyways. This is to be determined. Actually, I don't need that anymore. This could be turned into a zone. But I'll wait to see what it does with this line. Move this up and then set an alarm on it. Same thing. This could be going down, but then I'm gonna take my butt to sleep. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. So I'll see what happens in here, what the market wants to do. Technically, they're higher highs. So yeah. And technically, even this is in a range. Excuse me. If I move this out in between them two, and then the purple is just the zone on a smaller time frame. On this, I don't really see too much going on right here. It is having issues breaking this level. So if it breaks this level, then it's gonna break strong. But if not, it's gonna bounce off of it and continue up. So I'll keep an eye on this. But the best, honestly, the best looking one is dang near this copper, then gold and silver. So these what I'll probably focus on the beginning of the week, and then once the information on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday happens, I'll be alert on those as well. I'm going to start making sure that I am posting my trades in as real time as possible. So as soon as I place them, take a picture and drop it, so that way I can like show when I'm taking the trades and what trades I'm taking, and people can, gain value from that, from seeing what I'm doing. So I'll see you in the next one. I already have my week planned out as far as what's my goals. Actually, where is that? Okay, so I can actually add that into this video. So on my paper journaling, for my account information, so I have, these are just some of the things that I have on here on my journaling and on my charting. My daily max trade is 4. My daily max drawdown is 4%. Weekly max drawdown is 8%. Max leverage per trade is 1.5%. My possible affecting news events are the CPI and PPI. Pairs to watch are all of them. But I have this Euro USD because of the PPI and the CPI information. And then the flaw to be cautious of is my leveraging, and that's what when I was talking about in my previous video on how I placed the trade 1 instead of it was supposed to be 2 on these two. So I'll focus on my leverage and then making sure I don't over trade. So even with these, if I look at last week, there wasn't any days that I had more than 3 trades in one day. I had 2, I had 1, I had 3, and then I had these 2. So I have a daily max trade of 4, but that's under like special circumstances if I see 4 clear trade setups. But most of the time, I'm only going to be placing 2, maybe 3. So over there, what my mindset going into the week is, like, positive, and I'm optimistic. and I'm just being patient. I'm gonna wait for the right setups, and then I'll get in. If I miss a setup, I'm not gonna beat myself up because there are always setups. There are always setups. Maybe not one this week, maybe not one next week, but the week after, there's always some setup somewhere to get situated. And it also, with the way that I have the pairs that I trade set up, typically there's at least one trade a week somewhere. So if these markets trade pretty much the same, these five, these might have a week where they're moving and then nothing else is moving. Then it'll have a week or two when it's cooling off, and then metals metals and soybean might be going crazy. Then the week after, the European market might be going crazy. So with the things that I primarily trade over here, I have a mixture of different markets. So I have the U.S. markets, European markets, Australia and Japan kind of give me that, kind of Asian Pacific markets, and then copper, metal, and silver is like global. Everybody, you can go anywhere and trade these things in the world pretty much. So I have a mixture of things that allow me to always typically have at least one or two trade setups a week. And then my goal, I just want to make sure this week I'm checking good trades. I am trying to go for a 8% gain for the week, but again, I'm not going to try to force myself to that. If I see good trades, good leverage, I'm gonna get in, get that, and if I get it, I get it. If not, I'm not gonna trip on it, because at the end of the day, it's not necessarily about what my daily profit is, my weekly profit. It's really about that monthly and even yearly profit. So that's all that really matters. And again, for even with this, like I said, I took 7 trades. I won 3, and I still made like $3,500 for the week. And that was with only using one on this, and not getting out of these two when I could only lost 750. So it's things like that that it's like me continuing to hone in on those and make it a system, a clear cut system. This when I get in, this when I get out. If I see this, then this means this, and things like that. And just follow the system. That's it. So that's pretty much it for this one. And I'll see you in the next one.